Hello, folks. I am back, and I'm here to talk about one of the firearms that was briefly featured in the Terminal List Dark Wolf. I'm a big fan of this show as well as I'm a big fan of Lioness. But before I get to that, I just want to let you know if you like anything that has to do with belts, core essentials is the way to go. Use my code Keanon10, Keanon, and the number 10. Also, if you like optic plates and other accessories, go and check out Calculated Kinetics. Use my code KG2024. Also, I wanted to mention that some of my videos have been slightly altered by YouTube. In the shorts, for example, there are commercials that where the short used to be has been replaced with a Sig Sauer commercial for their optics, binoculars, etc., etc. I just want to let you all know that I do not have any association with Sig Sauer at all. This is something that YouTube is doing to replace some of my videos. I know that this has been happening with other YouTubers as well, particularly 10A Performance. He's finally back up and running on his platform. Unfortunately, a lot of his videos are not back on, and he's now doing videos that are redacted. So I just wanted to let you know there is no association between myself and also Sig Sauer Corporation. And also, did you hear that news about Max Michel and Lena Michalik leaving Sig Sauer? Post down in the comments what you think about that and what you think is going on. And another thing is, my last disclaimer is to YouTube. All my videos are for adults only. I know sometimes you've been giving me little warnings, but my videos are for adults only. Okay, so let's get through to this about the show, the Terminalist Dark Wolf. There's a scene in that movie where I guess it's the armorer for that particular group. And what they do is this armorer is handing out firearms to their team members. And the armorer says, "I'm sorry, unfortunately, we do not have a 1911 available, but what we'll do is replace it with this firearm." And I recognize this firearm immediately. It is the Sig Sauer P220 and Legion. And this is in 45 caliber, 45 ACP caliber. Now, because Luke Hemsworth's character wanted a 1911, they decided to, since I guess it wasn't available, they decided to replace it with this particular firearm. And the reason being is, and all these firearms are unloaded for people that are worried about safety. And I'm going to let you see that now. The firearm is safe. Nothing in the magazine as well. Excuse the blurriness. Okay, so as you see, this is a 1911, and it is single action only. Most of you are familiar with that. So going into the P220 Legion version, this is also a single action firearm. I am also going to show that it's clear. Nothing in the magazine, and you can look down to see that it is a safe firearm to talk about. So his character briefly, he's handed the firearm, and you briefly see that it is the Legion version, and it is this particular firearm, the P220. And what's interesting about this firearm and the 1911, they have similar characteristics. Both are single stack. They are both single action, which means that they have to have a safety on here. One of the things is you have to have the safety on before you can, excuse me, I misspoke there, but the safety is on so you can carry this cocked and locked. The other thing is there is a beaver tail safety. You just saw me pull the magazine out, 8-round magazine, and you can also use a 10-round magazine if you want to expand the capacity. I know all the rage right now is to have these double stack 1911s or these 2011s, but I'm just strictly talking about this one. So you see the capacity can be changed to 10 rounds. So when it comes to the P220, as you can see here, it works cocked and locked. And of course, you have your 8-round magazine as well as a 10-round magazine as well. I just mentioned to you that it is single stack. Some of the differences is with this. If you notice, I racked the slide and the safety is on. And that is a feature that is on this particular firearm. So like I said, you notice that there is that particular feature that is there. You have to take the safety off to pull that trigger. And like I said, with this, you can put the safety on and rack the slide. That's a unique feature on the P220. However, with the safety on, you cannot rack the slide at all. And what makes this good for the P220 is, let's say you're trying to put the rounds in, the magazine in safely, you try to rack it. You're not able to do that because the hammer has to be back on the 1911 for it to be racked. And you would have to carry this cocked and locked. One of the other things is the trigger. When you're pulling the trigger with this, the trigger goes exactly straight back, a smooth trigger, which is traditional with 1911s. Again, I showed you that the slide can move rearward with the safety engaged, and you are not able to discharge the round. But however, after you let the safety down, it will fire. One of the things that is different between this and the 1911, this has like a flat face trigger versus the 1911, which can be it is curved, but it goes straight back. With this, it's pretty much you have to pull the trigger back. It's a different feel with the trigger when you want to use this firearm under shooting conditions. So I'm going to just cut this video pretty much short. I just want to ask you, between the two firearms, which would you pick? The traditional 1911, or would you go with the P220? Let me know.